Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks. Today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we in is Regulation D. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. So we've seen, a couple variants of this team before. This is the Fluttermane, Arcanine, Hisuian Arcanine, Urshifu, Rillaboom. So the Firewater Grass core there, plus Chimpao and Tornadus. So Rillaboom has been like a thorn in my side, but his team isn't really strong against Trick Room. I can lead Armarouge and Didi. And if he wants to switch in Rillaboom, I can go for Helping Hand Heat Wave, right? Because he may lead something plus. He's definitely probably going to bring Arcanine. So I would say Arcanine, Fluttermane on lead plus Rillaboom, Chimpao in the back. Or Chimpao. Urshifu. Still feel like Torkoal stomps him if I get Trick him up. So we'll go with this. I like this core. I think my Iron Hands is really good into his team. Alright, what do we have here? Arcanine Tornadus, okay. So that's taunt plus stopping the fire type attacks. It's really not covering for Trick Room. Could have Rock Slide, but I'm gonna go for Ground Tera here. I'm actually gonna try to one-shot his Arcanine and get Trick Room up with Didi. He's not tearing here, so we should be able to catch him off guard with this. Are you tailwinded on a Trick Room? There's Rock Slide. We do one-shot the Arcanine. A Trick Room here would be perfect for us. Nice. Yes, and we get it up. Beautiful. Now you can potentially bring out Rillaboom here, which I think is fine. It's gonna switch out Didi into Torkoal. What's Urshifu? So I do suspect Rillaboom to come in here. So I want to bring out Torkoal, switch out Didi, and go for expanding and click the Urshifu slot because I suspect it to stay in here. Oh, my opponent just cancels. Okay, we'll take that first win. Armarouge is strong. I'm shocked he tailwinded in front of Armarouge and Didi. Maybe he thought I was Alright, so we have Chien-Pao here. That's also Vaporeon, Dragonite, Urshifu. So Chien-Pao, Dragonite stuff for Urshifu. And then he has the Trick Room Core with Vaporeon, Cresselia, and Torkoal. So how good is my Lilligant Torkoal here? He has a lot of resistance to Torkoal, but Lilligant is okay into the Vaporeon. I think I want to go with TERA Armarouge, Ursaluna, and Iron Hands. I think the Torkoal Lilligant stays. Alright, so he has Cresselia, Chien-Pao. So he can remove the terrain, but we can KO him. So it is Ice Spinner, but we break his sash. It's Life Orb, so he wasn't even sash. Alright, so we can switch Indeedee in and out to get our terrain back. There's Dragonite, okay. Will he really go for Stomping Tantrum or Earthquake here? He could. I don't think I really need Trick Room in this game, but if we get it, we get it. Yeah, so if I would have Tera there, he would have hit me. He does have Earthquake. Nice. We do get Trick Room up. How do we get rid of Dragonite though? I know how. Tera, Ghost, fake out Cresselia, switch in Ursaluna. This way we keep our Iron Hands and we kind of like can be in a position where he can't reverse Trick Room. And now I can go for a Tera Ghost into Cresselia. Next turn to KO it. Alright, we survive. I just want to remove Cresselia, to be honest. If it goes for ally switch, then we just KO Dragonite. Alright, that was enough to KO it. Okay. So we break scale here. We may lose Iron Hands, but it's fine. Alright, so we take down to his last mon. I'm gonna bring in Armarouge here because it puts on a little bit more pressure. Urshifu, please show me water. Of course it's dark. Okay, how many turns of Trick Room are left? 2. Alright. So I need to expand a Forest Dragonite here. I need to stop priority switching in Indeedee. Hopefully he KOs the Armarouge. If he wasn't focused ass on Chin Pow, then he's probably focused ass on Urshifu, right? Which is a problem. I'm hoping that he targets the Armarouge here. But if he targets Indeedee, Indeedee breaks his sash, which is good for us. Because then Ursaluna can just one-shot it. And next turn, like, he can protect. If he targets, he should target Armarouge here. Oh, he's going for Sucker Punch. Even better. Now, we're not letting you get that Sucker Punch off, brother. Sorry. Oh, Dragonite survives. But he breaks his own sash. Dragonite surviving there is huge, man. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. I can't believe it survived there. And he just protects Urshifu, right? There's no way he's choice ban or Urshifu, right? Yeah, I mean, if he just has Protector, then it's pretty much over. So I might as well target that slot. Oh, he doesn't have Protect. Does this KO? It is single target. We lost that by 1 HP. I can't believe Dragonite survived there. Let's see. So we have the mirror match, but he has Charizard and Fluttermane to my Ursaluna and my Iron Hands. So if his Lilligant's max speed, then he'll outspeed mine's, right? And get the after you off first. I do believe that my Armarouge is slower than his. So we kind of value Trick Room more. I want to make sure that we're able to sweep on the Trick Room, right? So I'll go with this. I don't know what my opponent's name is. It's just like T with a bunch of shapes. And an astronaut helmet. Alright, so it's TERA Armarouge versus TERA Armarouge. I could go for Ground Tera Blast, but he's gonna Tera. Oh, so he wants to do more damage with psychic damage. Maybe I should have clicked Trick Room here, but maybe he clicks Trick Room. Oh, he's trying to prevent Trick Room. Okay. Oh, he's min speed too, so we speed tied. Wow, that's scary. Cause it's just a speed tie here. He's min speed on his. Yeah, my DD can't do anything. Yeah, I think we just win if we win the speed tie here. Is he going for Trick Room? Well, we beat his Armarouge. But my DD can't click anything that I want to click. So that's not good. But he brings out Torkoal. And we're faster. We'll just click Expanding Force Dazzling thing. And we just win. That's very strange. So he had min speed too, and he was going for Trick Room that turn. And he's Tera Psychic, so he really wants to blast you with Expanding Force. Alright, we have the GOAT, but he spelled GOAT wrong. So he does have Indeedee plus Moltres. Interesting. He has his own Torkoal, Regidrago, Fluttermane, and Urshifu. How do I want to play this? I think I just want to go Torkoal Lilligant. And then Indeedee Armarouge in the end game. So we kind of expected this lead. This lead hard counters my own Indeedee. So we can just go for After You Eruption, right? He shouldn't have any switches into this. It doesn't switch. You can't follow me away the after you. That's the cool thing about after you. It ignores redirection. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, did they change since Sword and Shield? I could have swore after you still went. Interesting. Yeah, we'll just go for Heat Wave plus Sleep Wave. I could have swore after you ignored redirection. Maybe it's just coaching. So we get the KO there. We should survive a Torkoal and then KO Moltres in return. We survive. And we hit Heat Wave. Fairy, Fire Tera in the Sun, single target. And that's enough to KO. Nice. I do apologize about that misinformation. I could have swore that after you ignored redirection. But maybe I might be thinking of coaching. There's a couple moves that ignore redirection, but I thought that was one of them. So my opponent has not Tera'd yet. So we can get a Heat Wave off here and then set up Trick Room. Actually, I think Regidrago may protect here. I want to Sleep Powder Urshifu and Heat Wave. Oh, he just cancels. I'm not sure why he canceled. I don't think the battle was over there. Maybe he was choice locked. Okay, Dragonite Chien-Pao plus Cresselia Ursaluna and Fluttermane Chiyu. So side spam, while it is good against Ursaluna, Fluttermane, and Dragonite, he has 2 immunities and 1 resistance. Kind of like Lilligant Torkoal here. And DD to stop the priority. I'm thinking DD can get a Trick Room by itself. And if it does, then Ursaluna is really good, right? Yeah, I can switch in DD and then go for Trick Room while I have Lilligant out and just Sleep Powder something so I can successfully get up Trick Room. So I'm hoping that I can, you know, get them to go for priority moves. Okay, so it is this lead. So we want a close combat here. Switch out Ndidi. As long as he didn't ice spinner here, we're in a good spot, right? Because we got to stop the priority. Alright, there's Tera. Is it Dragonite? Okay, nice. It is normal. Alright, it's just E-speed. No protect. Perfect. Is it Ice Spinner or Icicle Crash? A lot have been carrying Icicle Crash lately. It is Crash. Perfect. That's actually perfect because now he has to hard switch, right? He's gonna switch Dragonite, so I can sleep powder that slot. I think I want a hard switch into Torkoal and Trick Room. I think it's likely Dragonite switches. Okay. Alright, nice. So we get the free switch in right there. So now we go for Fire Terror, Boosted Eruption, Helping Hand. That should be enough to pick up the double KO. Let's see if Cresselia is bulky enough to survive this. See, that's the thing that I like now that Chien-Pao is running Icicle Crash, because they're doing that so that they don't hit Ndidi with and break their sash, which is valuable, right? But they also have the chance to miss. And also with the chance to miss, they're not getting rid of the terrain. So they're not helping their Dragonite, right? So sometimes to get rid of the terrain is worth it, right? If you can get your Dragonite freed up to extreme speed. And we just one hit KO Cresselia. That's probably going to be game right there. So how I wanted to play worked out. They led the lead. I wanted them to lead. I switched into Ndidi to cover for that. And broke the Chien-Pao sash. And knowing that Dragonite's Choice Band had to switch out, we were able to get the free switch in to Torkoal because Chien-Pao protected. Alright, so Ursaluna should protect here. We're just going to Helping Hand Eruption again. And my opponent just cancels. Nice. Back-to-back cancels. So we're rolling this morning. Alright, so we have Laxi here. That's a Kubfu. And a Slitherwing. And a Hisuian Decidua. And an Iron Valiant. And this is a mono fighting team. Wow. So the fact that he's fighting, like, what does he do against Armarouge and Ndidi? How does he quell that? And like Ghost Tera, oh, am I Ghost Tera or am I Grass Tera? I'm Grass Tera. No, Grass Tera's not that good here. I guess it is in the Urshifu. I kind of want to bring Iron Hands. Maybe Ursaluna's better against his Iron Hands, but I mean, we have Side Spam. And I don't see a way for him to really remove it. He has a mono fighting type team with Kubfu. This is the first time I've seen Kubfu on a ranked ladder. Even in Sword and Shield, you never saw it. I mean, I wonder, does it get the same ability like Unseen Fist like Urshifu? Alright, so Iron Valiant potentially has Wide Guard and Imprison Trickle. So you can't Wide Guard and Imprison, right? So either I KO both, and we Tera and DD, so he can't knock me out with a bug move. So either I KO both, or I get Trick Room up. Either one is good for us. And I'm kind of leaning towards more so KOing just both right now, right? If he goes for Imprison. Wide Guard, so we get Trick Room up. Alright, so we need to remove the Valiant. I'll Dazzle here just in case he doesn't go for it again and switch in Iron Hands. I actually think Ursaluna was better to bring here, maybe. The Wide Guard helps him. That's just another Wide Guard. Probably a Wicked Blow into Iron Hands here. Yeah, you should eat that. Nice. Alright, so we gotta go ahead and try to remove Valiant. But I don't have my Tera. So we'll go for a Helping Hand Thunder Punch. That's probably Urshifu into Poison Tera. Oh, this Tera. Still. That's surprising. If I would have just hit Drain Punch. Alright, Urshifu protects. And we still get the one hit KO. Crit there. I do think that mattered. But now he just lost his Tera for the game. He does have his own Iron Hands. Urshifu should go out into the Slither Wing. So I kind of want to get my Armarouge back in here. and just double switch. So I have Heat Wave. How many turns of Trick Room left? 2. Yeah, double switch. Then I can switch back in and have my fake out pressure. If he just stays in and Wicked Blows and DD, that's an incredible play, but I think he should switch here. Yep, there's a switch. Alright, I don't think Slither Wing can protect. And I'm gonna switch out Torkoal back into. Alright, Heavy Slam. We eat that up. Nice. So we begin our switches perfect. 1 turn of Trick Room left, right? So this is perfect. So I want a Expanding Force here. Urshifu may come back in. Then I'm gonna switch into Iron Hand so I can have fake out pressure next turn. Only one of these can switch, so something's taking Expanding Force, and he just cancels. Nice. I think he sees the writing on the walls, though. Our switches were perfect that game. He did have some tools on his mono fighting team to play around Trick Room, which I thought was pretty impressive. And I wonder what he does to play like around Hyper Offense Tailwind. He didn't bring Kubfu, but we did get to see Slitherwing come out in our Valiant, so that was pretty cool. The crit, we did pick up a crit on the Iron Valiant. I do think it mattered because it was, I mean, it was a neutral hit, but he wasn't Focus Sash, so that put us in a good spot. I do feel like you should probably have Focus Sash on the Valiant if you're going to be using it for like Imprison Trick Room and like Wide Guard, things like that. But since he had Wide Guard, I think he has double stab with Fairy and Fighting, so I'm pretty sure that maybe it's just Trick Room and not Imprison. But I think we did pretty well. So I do want to get into a final review of this team, so we're going to go ahead and get into that. Alright, getting into our final review with this team. I love this. I absolutely love this team. We did go ahead and build this team on our team building episode that we had, and it came together pretty nicely. I do think it's strong, and it shows you like the core of like when you value Trick Room plus Sun. And we did get to show off the Lilligant in this episode where we showed off how good the after you, just the pressure of after you. We didn't actually like go for after you eruption much, but just the pressure of it like causes your opponent to like want to click priority moves, and that's where the DD comes in really clutch by switching in. And then also like Lilligant still being fast can put things to sleep, so you're able to set up Trick Room pretty easily, which is just another unorthodox way to set up Trick Room with this team, which I never really considered when I was building it. Was the pressure that Lilligant puts on, and then switching into Ndidi, especially against like Chimp-Out Dragonite when Dragonite's locked into E-Speed. That means it has to switch, right? So you can outspeed Chimp-Out, put it to sleep, and get a free Trick Room up if you switch out Torkoal and Ndidi. And then you can switch your Lilligant back out, and play from there, and leave Lilligant for the end game, right? And you can just, gauge it from there. So this team is really cool. We did not get to showcase the tech on the Iron Hands with the Ghost Tera, but I would like to know in a comment below if you guys tried this team out, if you were able to utilize the Ghost Tera. I do feel like maybe we could have put a different move on there, maybe a Volt Switch or Heavy Slam, just to be a little bit more consistent. I never really was in a position to where they was able to fake out Iron Hands, and I needed to Ghost Tera either. But the Ground Tera on Armarouge was absolutely vicious. It picked up so many KOs across the board against like Arcanines, Heatrans, Garganacles. It's really strong, and I do think it's a really consistent Tera. And it also helps you against like the Rock Slide things, where things want to Rock Slide you because they think you're gonna go Grass Tera, and then you just go Ground Tera, right? And you can take less damage from there. Also, the Ursaluna, we did not get to utilize the TERA Blast Grass on there, but I do feel like that will show up a little bit more when playing with this team, more so than the Ghost Tera on Iron Hands, right? It kind of just depends on how you play the team. So like I said, you could swap out that Ghost Tera to optimize this team a little more. And I mean, I do think the Iron Hands is still good for this team, just being on the Trick Room. But if any piece on this team was to be replaced, I would say you could replace Iron Hands, because I didn't really go for just Armarouge fake out. to get up Trick Room. But one thing that you can do is like at the end of your Trick Room, when you lead in TERA Armarouge, if they're still around, and when the Trick Room is about to expire, you can switch in Iron Hands and leave Armarouge on the field. And if your opponent double protects, then next turn you can go for a fake out Trick Room. But like I said, I think you can replace the Iron Hands for like another hyper offense mode. Something that's fast, like maybe like an Urshifu or something that could play alongside Lilligant, like Urshifu Dark. Maybe like a Scarf Urshifu Dark or Choice Band. Just to play, you could like switch Lilligant's item to Covert Cloak and then put like Focus Sash Urshifu Dark on this team. And I think, you know, you'll still be good with that. That way you don't have to worry about any fake outs and stuff, right? So you could play it that way and you can kind of save your Ghost Tera on Lilligant. But that's going to be it for this team. There's a rental code at the top right. There's also going to be a Pokepaste down below if you want to use this team on Showdown. As well as go ahead and watch the video if you're interested in team building, right? Where we team built this team. This is one of the first teams that I actually team built while recording. And it was just a basic team building. I haven't like showcased like all the tools and things that I utilize, but I just wanted to show kind of like my thought process behind building a Sun team. But go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.